Welcome, my name's Trish. Now, I haven't done a true crime reading for a few weeks now. I've been busy with other things. I've also been moving locations, so I'm in a different space, so hopefully the lighting and the sound is okay here. My camera's doing its own thing, just moving around. Now, I've also misplaced in the move my small deck of investigation oracle, the new oracle that everybody, the new investigation deck that everybody has. Now, this one says investigation oracle because this one was my original prototype that I worked with for about a year before I started making it available to sell, and the new one is called the investigation deck. Has a few changes. Some of the cards may be a little bit different, and it is a smaller size that's better for shuffling. This one's a little bit big and a little bit hard to shuffle, but bear with me while I use it because I can't find what I've done with my small deck. So I'm going to look at today Sebastian Rogers to see if I've got a few questions there. Now, I stopped reading on Sebastian because the cards kept coming out the same over and over again. There is a few new things that's going on in this case, and I just wanted to touch in to see if there's anything new that we could bring through with the cards here today. I'm going to try and tap into Sebastian's energy here, or try and tap into the spirit team to bring through the correct answers here. And I will be looking at other cases to read on. So I've been kind of out of the true crime for a little bit. I've been just doing a little bit of political stuff, which is not really my area, but I will be getting back into the true crime. So I'm going to have a look at some other cases that need looking into. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. But I did have some comments asking me just to do an update on Sebastian Rogers. So that's what I'm doing today as a quick reading. So as I was tapping in, just asking for permission to read and seeing if I had a connection here. You know when you call a case a cold case? Well, I was kind of inquiring whether it's a cold case, and the energy told me dry, that it's dried up, it's drying up. So whether that's like evidence drying up or some kind of waterway drying up. So that's the message that I got through then when I was shuffling. Now, the first question on my list that I was looking at as I was shuffling is, will there be charges laid soon? And that was the first question that I was looking at as I was shuffling. Now, we have the Lovers, and it comes up every time I read on the Sebastian Rogers case. As I said, we always get the same cards, and the Lovers indicates the relationship. So I always take the relationship as being mum and her relationship. So I don't know why that's coming into the picture here, or is it possibly related to another relationship? What the cards are saying, and here's what I want to explain with cards. So what I find is that the raw message that comes through is what is important, not what I interpret. So the raw message is what's on the cards or words that come in. So where they said drying up. So words that come in or words on the cards or the card meaning is what's important here, not what I interpret it to be. So I'm always very strict on that. So the raw message from spirit is what's important here, and it's not about my interpretation. But as I said, the Lovers, I always interpreted that to be the relationship between mother and her partner. So because I feel like it was the only relationship in this scenario around them. But maybe there is a different relationship or a different kind of energy around here. Choices of the heart, choices made because of the heart. So what I'm doing now is diving deeper into each card and to see the energy around here. Now, I did ask, will charges be laid soon? So it's important. It's just ironic, I think, that the family connection and the Lovers relationship card is first up on the table. Now, I've got to also bringing in the storyline here, being that there's battles. I'm feeling there's battles, and I do apologize. I haven't looked into this case for a few months now, so I haven't really. I've watched one video, JLR Investigates. I watched one of his videos last night as I was just looking on what to read on, and he was talking about the phones and the devices that's been taken by the law enforcement to look for evidence. Now, when I first started reading on the Sebastian case, one of the dreams that I had, because I had two really significant dreams prior to reading Sebastian's case. It was during the time he was missing. The first one was, it was a young man, young teenage boy. He was showing me him looking at a phone. He was doing something secretly on a phone, and he either got caught, or it was something related to something that was on a phone or on a screen. Now, the other thing that happened in that dream, it was like they were showing me a creative angle, which always scares me when I think about this. He was showing me a creative angle of the phone shooting back up. So what I was seeing was somebody leaning over somebody doing this, either pointing. I feel it was pointing. Could have been something else, but it was pointing, and it was from a perspective of somebody laying on the ground looking up, because it was showing me on the screen a view of the phone laying on the ground looking up. That was the image that they were showing me in the dream, and somebody leaning over the top of it, going like this, leaning down towards the phone screen, which could have also been leaning down from Sebastian's perspective. So him lying on the ground, somebody above him pointing over him. So that's one really important thing that he showed me in the dream before I read on Sebastian. Now, what I'm getting at here is that they were showing me phone was significant. The dream was showing something on a screen was significant. So whether that's information or whether that's I don't think it was anything recorded. It may have been. Who knows? Actually, it may have been, but obviously they haven't found that phone then, because let me just tap in here. They'd know who it was. But I've just got to say that was the dream that I had, one of the dreams anyway. The other dream was something to do with the smell of a dump, or a dumping ground, was another significant dream. So let's tap back into the cards here on this question here. Will charges be laid soon? I got connections around a relationship and connections around family connections. Now, with the battles card, it's showing that there could be battles within family. There could be a battle going on within the family or within the relationship. It could be, or it could even be like the mum and dad, Seth and Katie. I'm not sure. I can't see from the cards. All I can see is that there's battles going on around a family or around the relationship. Now, it could also be, this put in a room is a bit worrying. What I'm getting there with battles is I'm wondering if information's going to come out or be given to law enforcement because of battles that's going on. Okay, one of my questions, this is where this information's leading me now, is misinformation or information giving, if it's been real or been truthful. And that is one of my questions. Has anyone given false information? And isn't that strange that that's my second question, when as I'm reading these cards, it's now giving me information of like fighting within a family, and maybe information given being to push in one direction. Okay, put in a room. I'm going to pull another card on top of that one. I feel this is coming back into the energy around during his disappearance. Now, the other thing, that's my third question. It's funny, it's all just sitting here right now, and if I was to read, I've got 4 questions, okay, 4 questions, and I've got 4 cards, which I find very interesting. So let's just say, now that I don't know if this is going to work, but first question, will charges be laid soon? I've got the Lovers of the relationship. Has anyone given false info is my second question. Second card is family connection. Third question is, will he be found? Will he be found? Oh, sorry, I must have 5 questions. I thought that was the one question. What happened? Oh, will he be found? I've got battles. And then the question after that is, what happened leading up to his disappearance? And that's where I've got put in the room. So I don't know if that fits. And what's that last one? Have they been searching in the wrong direction? Because I think that's what my dream was indicating and what the cards have indicated before. So what I'm doing now is coming back into the cards for this first question here, or what it is that Spirit wanted to say on this reading. So put in a room. Can you give me more information on that, please? Put in a room. Restrained. So restrained, it says tied down, but it could just be restrained. It could be like, you know, locked in a room, tied down to that one area, tied down to the room. So I do feel like that is connected to what happened to him prior to his, so the question there, what happened leading up to his disappearance. So let's get into the second question here. The second question, has anybody given false information? Okay, next question is, has anybody given false information or misleading information, something that's related to a wrong direction? Now, we've got deal with the devil, so it can be related to a deal made, who somebody's working with, being, you know, when you make a deal with somebody or you're working with somebody. Find it really funny here, or we've got the phone records again. We've got something going on with the phone or the phone records. It comes up every time I read on Sebastian, plus it came up in the dream that I had as well. Something going on with the phone. Now, I know from one thing I did watch on the JLR Investigates, he said that devices had been taken. So they were looking at, maybe they're looking at who people are dealing with. It is saying missing piece, missing phone, missing piece. The dream that I had was, like I said, it was the phone. And he was looking on the phone. And then he kind of hid it because somebody was, this is just a dream, so it's obviously, dreams aren't completely accurate, they're cryptic. So, but he was looking at down, the young teenager was looking down on the phone, and it's like he wasn't supposed to be on the phone. And then somebody caught up to him. He was hiding in like a shopping centre or something. He was hiding and he was looking at his phone, and then somebody was after him and somebody caught up to him. This is what my dream was. So I don't know how this plays out, but it was very much related to the phone. And then he kind of hid the phone. But then they showed me the view of the phone having the perspective of somebody, like I said in the last reading. So I feel like there is a phone missing. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, the second, coming back to the question, has anyone given false info? Somehow related to deals or phones. The information being given about phones. Given over the right phones or right devices. False and misleading. Something's missing. So they've held back something. So whether, I'm just reading here straight off what the cards are saying. Now, the question is, has anyone given false information or misleading information? Deals made around it. Something around a phone and something around missing information. But then on the end here we've got accident. So misinformation around an accident. So let's just pull another question on that accident card. Pull another card here for that one. More information on that one. Someone knows, he knows well. Okay, let's go to the next question. Will he be found? So the answer to that question, the cards here are saying the high process is about keeping information to yourself, keeping information hidden. Can also indicate that he's hidden and is unknown where he is, or he's hidden. The Fool card is about walking alone. Can also be it's in a forest here, wooded area. Okay, let me just tap into that one a little bit more. The Fool. The Fool's about walking alone. So that's one of the things that they thought from the beginning was... Let me just move that mic out of the way. And so one of the things that they thought from the beginning, or was suggested from the beginning, that he left and walked away. So walking alone. But that being a distraction. Something in the media. He was purposely disappeared. Put in a room. Okay, so put somewhere. Okay, so it's a distraction or a media distraction, something that was said on media, that he left on his own, walking on his own. That's a media distraction, or something that was said on the media, whether that's social media or mainstream media. Again, put in a room and purposely disappeared. Okay, I feel like the question that I'm asking here is, will he be found? He's been put somewhere, purposely disappeared, hidden. Unknown knowledge, I believe, could be hidden in the new deck. Keeping it to yourself, keeping information to yourself. So a bunch of cards just fell out, and one of the cards is my yes card. So about will he be found. So also coming out with that is something around a vehicle or a car. Masked, not true face. Poisoned or drugged. Emperor, father figure. And they fell out in a big clump around will he be found. Cards that I have here is masked, not true face, so I feel like that is not truthful. It shows one way when it is actually another way, so it shows again we've got the Fool card. Let's pull another card on the Fool card, because that's the second time that's come out today. Fool card. And down the bottom that fell in the clump is follow the money, surveillance. Could be surveillance already happening, and hidden away. Okay, Fool card. This is the second time the Fool card's come out. Exposed secrets. Okay, question being, have they been looking in a wrong direction? Okay, so there's some following the money here. Where is that leading? Surveillance, under surveillance, maybe where they've been going. We've got the death card on the table. There's no other way to read the death card. With this deck, it's not choices. It's the death card is a death card in this deck. Masked, not true face. Exposing something. Exposing the truth. Okay, so where I've said is it the wrong direction. They've been looking in the wrong direction. The truth is getting exposed, or they're going to expose the truth. They're surveilling and they're following the money to find where he is. To me, this kind of looks like the yes. To me, it looks like he will be found. I know everybody's worried about it becoming like the Summer Wells case, where there's no outcome, there's nobody found. But I got the yes card on the last question that I asked. And that was, will he be found? The yes card did come out. Here it's saying exposing, is getting exposed where he's hidden. And they're surveilling, they're using surveillance to do that. And following the money. And we did keep getting the deal card come out as well. Okay, final words. Let's just tap into the energy here and pull final words. Words here. Let me just tap into this energy. Creative narrative normally means somebody controlling the narrative, somebody trying to put a spin on something to make it a narrative look a certain way, or make the situation look a certain way, and controlling the narrative. So creative narrative can also mean lies. Now we are ending the spread on the same that we got in the beginning. The Lovers, which is a relationship and a family connection. Cover up or tampering. Creative narrative. Okay, these are the final words that's coming through as I've tapped into the energy here. And I believe a lot of these, especially those middle two, come out in every single spread. Now, the other thing that comes out all the time when I read Sebastian, which hasn't come out today, is I had to get away. It came out so many times in past readings, but it hasn't come out today. So it's almost like the energy, it's been like over 6 months, or been 6 months. So I feel like there's a level of healing. I was first reading, it was when the situation and the energy was very raw, and I'm feeling like a lot of times it kept coming out with I had to get away, but now we're looking at it from a different perspective. It's not coming in from such a raw energy. What I'm pulling in now, it's not about Sebastian's feelings here. It's not about him explaining a situation. It's more about answers here than how he's feeling. So I feel like there's maybe a bit of healing that's taken place there. But this is what the final words are. Creative narrative, somebody controlling the narrative or lying, creating their own narrative. Lovers, relationship, family connection, and a cover-up or tampering. So thank you so much for joining me. My name's Trish. I will see you next time.